Why, hello, welcome to another fun-filled edition of the Design Lab with Adam, me. Today we're looking at, this may be a short one, I don't know. I feel like I don't have much to say about it, but who knows, maybe I do. Anyways, this is Caravaggio, a two-volume comic by Milo Manara, the great Milo Manara. I just really wanted to recommend this. I hadn't read Milo Manara in a long time, and I always love his art. He's incredible. And like I saw that there's an English edition, a new English edition. I think there had been one previously, but there's a new English edition coming out in two volumes. One's coming out in December 2024, and then the other one's like 6 months later. Long wait between volumes, but whatever. They should have just maybe reprinted it as one volume, but whatever. So let's take a look. This is the original edition. Milo Manara is Italian, but I found this Spanish edition, so that's what I went with. Whatever reason, doesn't matter. This I just wanted to give you a taste of Manara's wonderful art. If you've never seen it, I mean he's kind of known more for his women and kind of erotic fantasies. So this is kind of a bit different. This is more of historical biography. And I knew pretty much nothing about Caravaggio, his life, what happened, and so I didn't want to read anything about it because there was like so much suspense and so much. Here's Caravaggio. He basically is this kind of roguish guy who's always getting into trouble, always picking fights and messing with people. And as he goes along the way, he makes paintings, and he comes down as like the greatest painter. There's not much in this about his young life. It basically begins when he's like in his, I don't know, maybe 20s or something. And but I mean, you think of Manara as this great artist of the Manara woman, which these show up in here too. But he's also just really good at architecture, really good at I don't know if he painted this like watercolor or what, but it looks really nice and kind of muted colors. But his the way that he just draws is just so beautiful, and in some ways, I think he could have. I've talked about this with other artists recently about how sometimes this is sort of a Manara woman. A lot of great artists will sometimes become cover artists only, and Manara, I feel like he could have done that, but he just loves comics too. He's kind of like this great amalgamation between the fine arts and the comic arts, and he like walks the line between them. But he's just an incredible artist. So yeah, this biography of Caravaggio was very very fun, very exciting. It was maybe this is probably a good introduction if you've never read Manara. But like I said, I don't think of him as like this great architecture artist, but he is. Like, look at all this wonderful architecture. It feels very much like Renaissance Italy or whenever it takes place. I guess 1600s, I think. Um, he just really captures the horror of the era, like the power plays between the church and the people, and um, yeah, it kind of has this kind of Romeo and Juliet feel with all these kind of gang-like groups of people. But along the way, somehow Caravaggio manages to he like gets kicked out of town a few times, and like seems like he has to start over and over again throughout his life. And after reading this, I mean, I think it accomplished what a good like movie biography or fictitious biography should do, is it gets you interested and you want to learn more. So I immediately downloaded complete works of Caravaggio. He includes, let's see, I'm pretty sure he includes some of the actual, yeah, I think so. This is like the Manara's drawings, but then he includes like different at different points actual scans. This is obviously a scan of Caravaggio's actual painting, so he incorporates the real, which is kind of, I thought it was kind of fascinating because it's like, it's this contrast between the real world of Manara's art and the fictitious world of Caravaggio's art, which is right here, which actually looks more realistic than the comic art, which is kind of funny. So, anyways, I don't think I'm going to add much more unless something jumps out. But I'll just take a quick breeze through. It's also kind of, it really runs home to like how he used real models, and they would just have to sit there for hours. So boring, and they get painted. But before cameras, before online references and stuff. Yeah, like I've talked about this before, how sometimes, a realistic artist incorporating, comic motion lines is kind of questionable, but I kind of overlooked it with this because, like I said, Manara is very good at walking the line between cartoonish. He gets slightly cartoonish at times. He's clearly much more based in realism and his fine art background. And this, I kind of learned a term as I was reading about Caravaggio that I knew the term chiaroscuro, which is like the contrast between black and white, but there's another term I'm kind of blanking on now. It's like tenebla or something. It's like when you have this more sharp contrast between really bright and really dark, and I guess that's what Caravaggio was known for, and did so well. I kind of also was thinking about how Frank Quitely, in some ways, looks kind of like Milo Manara, some of his characters, and some of the ways that he draws, but not always. And yeah, so this is again incorporating the real painting from some scan, and then look at her face; it's kind of funny. So when he does like more exaggerated cartoons, it's kind of funny to me. I just like whatever he does. Like, it's not always. It just really fluctuates between realism and cartooniness, and any excuse to draw a naked woman or pretty women, he'll incorporate that into his stories. That's really what he's going to probably go down in history, being known for. I saw he has a book right now that he's working on. I think he's working on. It's an adaptation of The Name of the Rose by Umberto Eco. I've never read Umberto Eco. I think I maybe tried once, but I didn't get into it. So I do want to read that, but I'm kind of waiting for the second volume because I don't like the wait between volumes. Like, I don't like starting TV shows that aren't finished because I don't like having to wait. Yeah, so anyways, really captures the life back then. I feel like there must be a movie version of Caravaggio's life because it's just so ripe. Oh, and this panel really blew me away. Like, and when he shows life of these like galley slaves and the way that he shows slavery back then is just incredible. But I mean, just look at the color in this thing. Look at the waves. It's just so beautiful. This isn't the best scan, by the way. But yeah, he just knows how to draw, and if he painted this too, I think he did. It's just beautiful. So I'm going to kind of breeze in through the end. So in case you do want to avoid the spoiler of how it ends, just know that it ends. I won't tell you how it ends, but yeah, there's a lot of havoc near the end. Oh, there's one scene though where he's lowered into this like well to just wait, like he's being captured, and I just felt the claustrophobia of that scene so well. It's just, yeah, he's a great artist. Yeah, and these long shots makes me want to go to this place and like see this area. It just looks so beautiful. I don't know where in Italy Manara lives. I should look that up. But I'm sure he knows Italy well. I think he's lived there his whole life. Okay, so I'm going to jump ahead a little here. So yeah, I think that's pretty much all I have to say. I kind of breezed through the ending. So yeah, just a recommendation. If you've never read Milo Manara, this is a great place to start. And I think the new English edition comes out in December from, I want to say Fantagraphics. I think Dark Horse published an initial English edition, but now Fantagraphics has it, and it should be out soon. So check it out.